Need some more light for the background. Hello, everyone. It's CaribbeanE and Tina. Welcome to the live.
Yeah.
As you guys check in, give us a thumbs up. Check in, let us know where you're from. And hopefully you guys just had a great week and a wonderful day, and that you're safe and that you're in the best of health.
With health, as always, being most important.
So we got some update for you.
Yes.
And some good information to share with you all.
Grab a drink,
and
settle back, enjoy,
relax, take it easy. And hopefully you ain't around a whole bunch of people, because the numbers are just blowing up out here right now.
What's going on?
So, let
me know.
So, absolutely. So, again, we're back from the city of San Francisco. And we want to update you guys, have a little conversation, and just reach out and touch and let you guys know everything went well.
Yeah, so we're going to update you on what's happened with us going out to the Portuguese consulate office and let you guys also know what's just been happening in general that we noticed just in travel in San Fran as well as Las Vegas, because, hey, who knows where they're going to take, your travels are going to take you,
right,
where you may be thinking about going. If you guys can hear us, hit a thumbs up, give it to us in the comments, and let us know where you're from, and we will keep on, because you got to hit that like to keep on getting this good content.
There you go.
But so let's start with this. So a lot of people kept asking, and I feel like I've said this like in a million videos, but hey, what's one more time? A million and one.
Yeah.
They make you come back to your state of residence, and our state of residence obviously is Nevada, because we are from Las Vegas. So what we did was we came back to Las Vegas so that we could get an appointment in San Francisco. That happens to be the state that's closest to us with the Portuguese consulate. So always go onto the website. Knowledge is power. You got the same internet I got. Look it up. No, I'm not giving you all the consulates and what states they go to. Boo. No. But we found out that San Francisco was ours. So we came back here to see our kids, because we missed the hell out of them. Right. At least I did. I missed the hell out of my kids. I missed them to death. So we came back, happened to be that we could celebrate Mother's Day, Father's Day, my birthday.
Your birthday.
Yeah, there was so much stuff to do that it just seemed like a perfect time to spend a little bit of time, kick back, and get done what we had to do. So we were getting all of our paperwork together, because, again, I don't know if it's the control freak in me or the fact that I like to save a buck, because we know I like to keep the coins in the house. So that is why we keep telling you guys, we're like, consultations are essential. They really are, because they can eliminate so much of the running around and the guesswork and give you really accurate and, accurate and current, amounts and things you have to do and steps that you need to take, because we were pointed one way and then found out that if we had just switched a couple of items in our list in the priorities, we would have saved a ton of time. But hey, we had time to spend with the kids. They loved it.
So let us know where you guys are from. Thumbs up.
Hi, Theodore.
And hey, what's up, Theodore? Good to see you, man. Hope everything's going well with you. Hope you're doing good. And
thank you, Paula. She said our videos have been very helpful, and she's thanking us. So thank you, Paula, because trust me, we need some inspiration sometimes.
Tell me about it. And we've learned so much just in the last few days. Because you know what?
Some of it I knew, but I think the travel thing that you were talking about, you want to share with them. So why don't you start with that?
Right. Okay.
Because that was kind of essential, because that I did not expect at all. That was shocking.
So we get to the airport. Our flight was it's supposed to take off at 6:11 in the morning. So we left here about maybe 4:30.
So to be clear, since he's just guessing that you guys all know what we're talking about,
Right.
what we're speaking about is Las Vegas McCarran Airport. So we left out of the international airport to fly to San Francisco. Had a scheduled flight, thought everything was great, was there early.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, even stopped for a little Starbucks treat before we got to the gate. Why not? And then we ended up
on the plane stuck. Okay, so it was a light or something that wouldn't go off and everything. So cautionary measures, the pilot made us all deboard the plane again, plane number one. Where the deboard, we sat out there in the terminal
mm-hmm.
for what, an hour?
It was over an hour, but yeah.
Okay, so during that hour, the announcement clerk that was doing the ticket checking told us that, okay, there's too much fuel in the plane we're gonna put you in. We ain't putting you in this plane you just got off. We put you in another plane. Too much fuel on it because that plane was supposed to go to, what's that, San Lucas? It's supposed to go to Mexico.
Cabo San Lucas. So
right.
She said there was too many people and
right.
then they would have to do 50
people was gonna have to just get off the plane. So
yeah.
She said, we're trying to fix this and we're trying to work this out. So I was like, okay, well, I want to see how this is gonna go.
Yeah, so she came back like, that's why I say I know it was way over an hour because it was almost 2 hours by the time she came on and said, it's all cool, it's all taken care of, come to this other terminal and board. So finally now we're a good 3 hours late. We start boarding onto the second plane. We get onto the second plane and of course, there's an issue.
Right.
They're still playing with the fuel. They had extra paperwork to fill out. And we ended up sitting on that plane for at least an hour. And that's when people started having little panic attacks and all that.
And it got so bad on the second plane, we had 3 or 4 people begin to walk off the plane and said, forget this, just ain't worth it. Because the plane was overloaded with fuel because we just went to Cisco. So it takes a lot more fuel to fly to Mexico than it does to Cisco. So it makes a lot of sense to dump some of the fuel because this plane was full of people. Full.
Yeah. Hi, Mike. Mike says hello.
What's up, Mike?
Lowry. Every time I hear that name, I think of Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Lowry.
What you gonna do when they come for you?
But so, anyways, 5 hours later, we end up on our flight that only lasted 1 hour.
Yeah, 1 hour. 1 hour. I'll say hour and 15 minutes by the time we got to the ground. He said
fast.
50. He said 59 minutes, but we finally got there. Now it was some drama when we got there as well, because now everybody's sitting around waiting for us to get our baggage. We wasn't where the carousel was because that door was closed.
Yeah. Oh, Dennis said hello.
Hey, what's up, Dennis? Just came from your neck of the woods, my friend. Should have told me it was that cold.
San Francisco was
oh my God,
cold.
the Bay Area is ice cold.
But so they end up telling us that the travel delays basically are because of the lack of employees. So they were telling us that, and then we're hearing about all these people here in Vegas as well, because we had other delays where we landed on time in Vegas. But the problem is that we sat there for literally 2 hours on the tarmac. We couldn't pull up to a gate because they said of lack of employees.
Lack of employees.
They were like, we are overpowered and undermanned. They were like, we're waiting for enough manpower to get you guys off the tarmac and up to a gate so that we can get your bags and you safely. And I'm like, the heck? And I was like, they made it sound, it was like, he goes, oh, we're like third in line. And then an hour went by. And he's like, okay, at this point, y'all can go to the bathroom, move around. I'll tell you when to put your seatbelts on.
Yeah.
I can't hold you here. The FCC, whatever regulations won't let me, keep you guys still, but we're not going nowhere. And we're like, we're so close. I was literally like, can they just let me off right over there?
Bring the steps or something. Let us go inside.
I was like,
because then it was a trip. We did get off the plane. We finally got to the gate. Then the little where you walk off the little jetway, that wasn't even there.
Yeah.
So we had to wait for them to pull that up to the plane. It was just a whole lot of stuff that was just time consuming.
And it was all due to lack of employees because as well, you guys it's been all over the news. Vegas is a hot box for COVID right now, and they are losing their manpower left and right. everyone is catching the variant or COVID that have not been vaccinated or that have been vaccinated, and they are required to stay home because of it and to then test negative. So we are going through a huge lack of manpower, and it is affecting travel. Now, I knew it was happening in the hotels because, again, in the restaurants and hotels, that's where our kids work in the service industries. But I had no idea that it was now, and I don't know why I didn't even think about this, but it is really hitting hard in the travel industry as well. I'm gonna take a moment out, say hi to a couple people. Victor says hi. It's Victor from Tampa. You're looking at doing the European tour after my, he went to Portugal. Okay.
Cool.
And then they're spending a few months in DR. Dev says, great job from Trinidad, Tobago. He's been to Santo Domingo, hope to go back. And Paula says, we are hoping to go back to Santiago next week. Wow, cool.
That's awesome.
So if you guys are all traveling, I'm just saying, just might want to watch out because there may be delays. And like I tell him, I was like, we just got to go with the flow because at this point, we're stuck. Like when you're on that airport, you are there. Like,
right.
What are you going to do?
Right, absolutely.
I'm not getting off after doing all that traveling.
So the lack of workers, they said, is causing, and because of COVID,
right,
it's causing all the delays.
Right. And then we went to San Francisco, and I was really shocked because we walked around. We stayed at a beautiful hotel. There'll be videos coming on Market Street, and that's like the pretty hip downtown area. All of the restaurants and everything's there, and they're half at least closed still. Yeah. Some of them we walked in and they were like, "Oh, we just like opened to the public like that
2 weeks
one bar."
ago.
Yeah,
2 weeks ago we just been only open 2 weeks, and they was having actually a corporate
event,
or company event with 160 people, and I didn't see not one person with a mask on.
Right,
not one.
Us and the bartender were like the only ones. Everybody else was walking around without masks, and I was like, well, this is why it's spreading like crazy. But there was a lot of businesses that were doing appointment only. There was a lot of restaurants that are doing it. And if you guys are headed to Vegas, I'll tell you, they're still doing appointments and reservations for a lot of the dinner spots because I mean, like I said, it's going crazy over here. Like,
and they got to limit how many people that go into the restaurant. They have to limit it because it's a lot of people not being honest and telling that they have not been vaccinated. They're saying they have, but they really haven't. Yep. So people are really starting to get sick. So now,
make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up.
Yes, please do. Please do thumbs up. We're not always going to be on here, but we just want to give you guys a quick update. We got some videos coming out of all our places that we tell you guys are going to love these videos. Stores, restaurants, really, really good food. And it was just a fun time. The hotel was very, very nice. We're going to let you guys check it out.
Yeah, it just took a long time for, anything to happen because, like I said, service is slow, but it's because of all the people, COVID, things like that. So pack your patience. Pack your patience when you come to Vegas. Pack your patience when you go to San Francisco. We had to pack our patience with the consulate.
Right.
So let's get into that. Let's talk some consulate talk.
Absolutely.
Hey, let's take a few questions. And Javier said hello. So Javier, hello. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I'll talk to you in a while. Anybody got any questions out there before we get into our Portugal stuff? So Victor says, do you have to notify VA you're moving to Portugal just for medical care? So Victor, foreign medical program.
Right.
You want to always make sure that always the VA has your up-to-date mailing and physical address. So you, like we say in all of our videos, you have to stay vigilant with the VA. They're not going to do you any favors.
You got that right.
You have to make sure for yourself, protect yourself, that you are always updating them on your mailing, which could be in the US, but that your physical address would be in Portugal. So that would be technically your acknowledgement of where when you've moved, because you will have a physical address there in Portugal. And then you have to go through, I hate to say it, but hoops and barrels and hoops, because that's what the VA puts you through, just being real, that for medical care. And the foreign medical program in Europe, it's a little different beast than the DR. DR has certain people that only deal with the foreign medical, whereas in Europe, you're allowed to pick who you want. You pick your doctor, you pick your, I guess, different things, as long as they're service connected, that you need services is the word I'm thinking. So you then talk to your doctor. So say I pick Dr. Gomez, and Dr. Gomez is my primary physician. I would then talk to Dr. Gomez and say, well, do you file? Because some of them do have direct link and file through the foreign medical program for you. If not, then Dr. Gomez will say, no, you will remit payment to me. And then I will remit said payment, just like I said in one of the big videos that we did for the VA, to the foreign medical program for me to get compensation back.
Right. But the regular VA program here in the States is horrible. When I say horrible, I mean horrible.
Yeah,
I got way better care when I was in the DR. I'll tell you that right now. So hopefully things will be a lot better when we get to Portugal.
Yeah. So watch some of those old VA videos, and it might clear some of that up. And in I'm pretty good at putting like where to remit that like payment to, you know, the receipt for payment, so that you can get back, because there are certain, and like I always say, always go to the VA site, because they will tell you exactly where to send to get your compensation back from the VA, because there's certain addresses for certain departments. The bureaucracy is real. So now on to Paula. Paula says, why did you leave the DR? So let me count. How many videos have we done?
We did quite a few videos.
Kidding, Paula. We've done a lot though on why we left. And it's because we are trailblazers. We believe in going where we want and when we want. And we didn't work so hard in retirement to sit and be bored and to be, I don't know, because I mean, what's fun to somebody else may not be fun to me, and what's boring to me may not be boring to someone else. I like to travel. You like to travel?
I love traveling.
Where's your favorite place to travel to?
Europe. There's a lot of countries over there.
Alrighty. And we love the Caribbean. I'm a Puerto Rican girl, so hello. I love the tropics. I love the Caribbean, but I also want to see a lot of the world. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. No one will guilt or shame me into saying otherwise. Yeah, I'm gonna live my life. Like, you only get one, and I want to travel and see things. And this seems like a real good gateway kind of to get to everywhere that I want to go, plus other places. Because I mean, I want to go to the Maldives and a lot of other places that are nowhere near Europe, but they're closer.
Right, they're a lot closer.
They're more accessible, but
absolutely.
That's why we left. We knew that that would kind of be a little pit stop. We knew that, I mean, hell, anybody could be a pit stop, because if I get that adventurous feather up my ASS, that's it.
But like I said,
to the next.
Ain't nothing wrong with the DR.
To the next.
It's a lot closer to the United States, so ain't nothing wrong with the DR. Okay, all you guys that are planning to go, you're gonna retire. It's a great place to retire. It's a good place to either buy a home, build a home, however you want to do it.
Yeah.
You're gonna save a whole lot of money.
But there's a whole big world, so you really need to be open to going all over, man. Why would I'm shocked sometimes at the mentality, and I use that word very loosely, of people who think that they have to live and die where they live and die. Like, no. I was born in the Midwest and took off, went all around the Midwest, and then said, man, let's go all the way to Nevada. Right. Took off, went to Nevada. From Nevada, went to the DR. Now I'm going to Europe. I mean, like, why would anybody just, I mean, that's me. That's just what I like to do. So. Right.
And, you know, people have different reasons for doing what they do. So we're on a journey. We're on a mission. And at some point, we'll come back to the DR. We'll visit, hang out with you guys, you know. But like I said, don't let what we're doing stray you, okay? Because every journey ain't for everybody. Certain things are just for certain people. And that's it. That's just how it is.
And Victor, he says that TRICARE or whatever, he believes he can use medical. You can use medical facilities all over the world, Victor.
Absolutely.
Your TRICARE and foreign medical tied with that covers you no matter where you go. That's what you serve for. And Brooklyn Tail, thank you so much for the donation. I was told the VA, I was living in Brazil and they canceled my disabled vet services. No, you just go through foreign medical. But that's the thing is, one doesn't see the other one. So if you were getting your disability through the US, then when you fill out all your paperwork and you have your proof of address and you have actual physical address in like Brazil, then you would just go through foreign medical for Brazil, but they would never cancel your vet services because they cover you no matter where you're at the world.
And plus you served. That's your right. Yeah. They can't just erase it like it never happened. So that's your right. That don't sound right. So I mean, right? Go online, figure out who you need to contact.
Because there's advocates that will help you.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why I always say you always look for somebody to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Ask me, ye shall receive. But okay, so like back to our D7. So back to the whole thing, we had to come back to Vegas because that was our state of residency. Had to go to San Francisco for all of you guys that missed that, because that was the consulate that covered the state of Nevada. And so we have been in the process of gaining every single document they want. And I say that like it's a lot, but honestly, it really wasn't. It's just that you're getting documents from a country that's closed right now. It was open for a minute, and then COVID decided to have its ugly cousin come visit,
right.
which was the variant. And so then it was closed again. But we've gone through, like, there's services and there's expat services everywhere. So we'll have a lot of partners that are going to come along with us to help you through your journey. But yes, you got to definitely make sure to keep pushing on and getting all that paperwork. I'm a big, I love to do it myself.
Mm-hmm,
like, I want to know. I don't want somebody to do it for me and then just go, oh, don't worry about it. That irks me. So we've been doing everything and we got it all together. And he had his visit, I had mine. Even though we're married, we're scheduled at the same time, but they separate you and you both have to stand in front of a person from the VFS services and do your own consulate paperwork and everything through there. So we did it, and I thought it was pretty good.
I think we're pretty smooth. But I'm glad, Tina, that we did a consultation with some other people before we did this journey, because nobody wants to go to another country blind.
Yeah. 100%.
Because once you do that, that changes the whole trip.
Yeah.
When you do that.
You need community, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a big proponent on community and everybody getting together. That's why I love when everybody comments and gets to know each other, even on the lives and in the comments. I'm looking over at the comments because you guys got to be here for each other. So if anybody knows another way or an easier way or a different way, if anybody's been in Brazil that can help out Brooklyn Tail, hey, hit up in the comments, because you know what? If we all helped each other instead of climbing and jigging each other and dragging each other down like crabs in a bucket, we would be so much further in life. Everybody would be happy. Everyone would help each other out. This world would be beautiful, but it's not.
So everything that we're doing is on a timeline.
Yes, it has to be.
Every step, every detail is on a timeline. And I'm glad that we were over prepared when we got to the Portuguese consulate in San Francisco, because if they end up making us make another appointment because we ain't got half the paperwork. Now we got to go back and make another appointment. Now that's time wasted.
Yeah.
And the hotel, airline tickets, the whole 9 yards.
Right.
And turn around and come up there, because when we were up there, I seen some gentleman just show up, and he was arguing with the girl at the front desk, and she supposed to be security. And he said, every time I go online, I can't get in touch with nobody, and this and that, and you guys ain't answering me. And I'm sitting there listening at this guy, because I'm at the front, and the other girls behind the counter, they were looking at each other smiling. And I said, you know what? I would never do anything like that. I'll never be the kind of guy who would just show up and then got it together and blame it on you guys. Because we went through the same process. Yeah. And you got the same internet that we got.
Yeah. I sent emails and got questions answered, and I got, I mean, it took a while to get an appointment, but that's because of COVID and them getting backed up, and everybody, in the world, because they don't just do Portugal, they do France, they do all these countries.
They do Norway, they do,
So, I don't see what his problem was unless he doesn't know how to maneuver
Well, the guy came up from the back and kind of helped him out with the computer thing.
The internet.
And tried to help him out. Yeah, but still no. I hope he lived in San Francisco, because basically that was just a wasted trip, because she said if you don't have an appointment, pre-scheduled appointment, they will not see you.
You can't get past security without. So that's why I say everything is essentially on a timeline. The timeline is key. It's very important. It will either make you or break you. And so you really have to stick to that timeline. And that's why I say, there are amounts that you can't find online that we needed. There are preparations that you need in order that you have to do them in, because one thing will throw it all off. And this is why I keep on saying, I'm like, oh, MG, I wish I knew what I know now, but now I know. So trust me, you get a consultation, I'm going to do my best So you don't, and I say that all the time. So you guys don't have to go through the headaches that we kind of encountered, which honestly, it pales in comparison to the kind of things we would have had to get together for the DR, because that's a lot of paperwork. Dennis, you know that pain. I don't.
Wow.
Victor says, how long has the D7 process taken so far? Are you talking about for us? So for us, I would say we've been in the process, meaning I've been starting to get us packed, get us over here, get the paperwork together. It's probably been about 6 months. And they told us that within 2 to 4 weeks, we'll know the results.
Right.
So 6 months worth of work on my own because I wanted to do it. And I probably could have cut that down to 3 months had I known what I know now.
Yeah. Because knowledge is power.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When you know what you're facing, what you're dealing with, because I tell you what, we ain't waste all that time, waste all that money jumping on the plane, going way up there, and then come to find out we ain't got it together.
Yeah. And you can get a visa for,
Shucks.
a citizenship or should I say residency. You can get temporary residency in any country that you would like.
Right.
It's just we chose Portugal. So if you're asking about the D7, we are talking about Portugal because we are getting residency in Portugal. So that's that. And
it's going to be a whole different life for us. It's like a new beginning. I'll probably end up driving.
Hey, every time we do something
again, like I'm doing here. So
yeah,
absolutely. So this is why that counsel is very important before you get ready to make a big step in any country that you want to go and visit. Very important because the amounts that need to be paid sometimes are not found online, or the preparations needed.
Yeah, that's what I was telling them.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to kind of find somebody that's been through the bangs and the bruises if you're doing it yourself.
There you go.
That's what I prefer. Some people prefer to pay thousands to someone else and just get it all done. But I mean, it's up to the person.
Right.
You hold your purse strings. So yeah. So make sure you guys are still hitting thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thank you for joining us. We've had a very interesting last couple of days because we spent our last couple of days in San Francisco, so it's been fun. I enjoyed myself.
You know what? I couldn't believe
it was my first time there.
But I couldn't believe the first day
cold,
the wind was blowing, and I couldn't believe it. The second day was a lot better. But I'm telling you, we went to a good place for breakfast. I think when was that? On Friday morning?
Oh yeah, the crepes
place. Oh my God. I took pictures of it, took pictures of the food, and we're gonna be showing you guys that. And I'm telling you,
amazing place for a little happy hour. You ran into a ex-NBA player,
right? And that was yesterday.
Yeah,
I sure did.
So he's sitting there and he goes, "That guy played for the NBA." And I looked at him. I'm like, "It's Ron Artest," which is, as we all know, he changed his name to Meta
World Peace.
Yeah.
Remember him? He played for the Lakers. I think he won a championship with the Lakers.
He did.
He played for several teams, the Pacers, the Knicks, the Bulls, been all over the place.
Yeah.
So he's like another Dennis Rodman. But when I seen him when he first...
If you're talking about the temperament, yeah, I could see that because he's the one that had a lot of issues with temper, but super sweet guy.
So we're gonna try to upload that picture of me and him sitting there chopping it up. And I talked to him, and a very nice guy, got up, talked to me, took a picture with me, shook my hand. And it was just great sitting right next to him. We was in one booth, and then right behind us, he was in another booth. It's probably going to show like a horrible glare, but
till I upload it, there it is.
There it goes. That was good. That was cool right there. That was a cool moment. When I seen him, he walked up, I said, "Wait a minute, he looks like an NBA star." Because I watch sports all the time, especially basketball.
He has a pretty distinguishable face. You guys know who we're talking about, right? Because he's got a very... And that whole changing the name thing is like, and he played in the Midwest. He first got drafted. He went to the Bulls.
Right.
And then he played for the Pacers. So it's not like I wouldn't know him. I was like, that face.
But
Dennis is getting you. Dennis said, "Eric, I told you Milwaukee would win."
You are, man. You are so right. Please forgive me because I did not see that coming.
If you want to make $1 million,
you're the man, brother.
What do I always say?
Dennis, you're the man.
If you want to make $1 million,
you're right. Accept my apologies.
Ask Eric what team he's going for because literally he gives them such bad luck that they lose, and then you'd win $1 million.
Nah, let's listen. CP3 CP3 been in the NBA for a lot of years. I think he deserved the title, okay? But they couldn't cut the mustard. They won the first 2 games and really just fell asleep. You know what I'm saying? And the Bucks came back, and I kept hearing people saying, the Bucks in 6. The Bucks in 6. I said, that don't sound right. I said, it just don't sound right. They got some young legs on that team. But I tell you what, who they did beat. They sure beat the Lakers 4-2. And the Bucks beat the Suns 4-2. There you go. So, yet so close, but yet so far. We'll see what happens next year.
Maybe next year. The way things are going, who knows? Everything's gone crazy. But yeah, we just wanted to pop in. We wanted to update you guys on why, because everybody's like, why are you in the US and are you going to, you not going to Portugal? I'm definitely, unless the consulate tells me no, and I have seen no reason to tell me no. I mean, we had every I dotted, every T crossed and some. So just sitting here and chilling because, you know, got some time now we want to spend with our kids and finish celebrating my birthday. And now that we're back, and yeah, we have a lot of things to do.
We had an interesting flight coming back. We finally got on the plane, came back, and sat on the tarmac for an hour. But by the time we finally got our luggage, it was 3 o'clock.
Yeah. Randall said, isn't Frisco very dirty? Not where we were at.
It was clean. Where is that,
but
man?
You know what?
Union Square. What's that Union Square? Well, all the stores and stuff like that. It was nice and clean. Now, we got a lot of homeless. We see a whole bunch of homeless there.
But
a lot
to be clear, like where we were is like Four Seasons, Marriott,
Hilton.
Yeah, it was like all.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Very nice. I'm gonna show you pictures. It's gonna blow your mind how bad this place was that we stayed at.
Yes, literally.
We're gonna walk you. We're gonna let you see it. So if you ever go to San Francisco, this is gonna be a cool spot to stay at.
Yeah.
So I loved every minute of it. I was a little nervous at first, you know, just going through the whole situation because I mean, the building that we went into, they doing renovations on that building. Yeah. And basically people come from several states to the same consulate that we went through. When I say several states, I mean Montana, South Dakota. I mean from a lot of states go to this place. Even people that's trying to transition to France. Even France has a consulate there. Their flag was there. So it's just, it's a big deal. So the whole building was like covered in plastic. I mean,
yeah, they're resurfacing the outer building.
They're resurfacing, but not just that. But there's so many people that has appointments going in and out of there, and because of COVID, they put in air conditioning units that's big enough and strong enough to handle all those people that have all those appointments. Because this is like a big system, a big system.
And those buildings are so beautiful, though. I'll tell you this: to say he heard about San Francisco. San Francisco has some beautiful architecture. It's just mind blowing. It's just very gorgeous. Very, they keep the integrity of the building, so it was really beautiful.
I had a friend of mine. He just they just left. They there. Was it yesterday or was it today?
He's still there. He got there yesterday, but he's still there.
Okay, got there yesterday. Yeah. They drove 10 hours. It's a 10-hour drive from Vegas to San Francisco. I wasn't doing it. Doing it. Get on the plane. See you in an hour.
And hello to Louisa. Louisa says hi.
Hello, Louisa.
She never gets to. I know we didn't get to see you guys before we left the DR, but like I said, we were on a kind of a time crunch. So
well, you see us now. Here we go, live and in living color.
Exactly. Victor says, do you plan on studying Portuguese? Yes, you have to.
You got no choice.
You have to pass a basic literacy test to get permanent residency. But yeah, they are very similar to Spanish, but there's a lot. I don't know if it's a hindrance or a help. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated on it because a lot of times I can read it, but then I say the wrong word because I'm used to falling back into my pattern of speaking the way I speak. So we'll see.
I tell you what, you show master the
Obrigado.
Absolutely. Here's all our notes here.
Yes, we did.
So good. So yeah. So the more equipped you are, no matter where you will transition, whatever country you're going to, because knowledge is power. Yes. The more money, time, and money that you will save, and there'll be less frustration. I felt really good about the whole situation once we finally left the consulate. I felt great about it. We had happy hour. That's when I ran into NBA
Meta
player,
World Peace.
Meta World Peace. Okay, he had the hoodie on, and he had a hat and a hoodie on. I was like, I still know what that is. You know, I was brave. I went up to him and said, "Hey, man, what's up?"
Yeah.
I said, "You play for the Lakers, right?" I didn't go and ask him. Say, "Hey, do you miss Kobe? What's up? Did you play with Kobe?" I would not do that.
No.
I just said, "You play for the Lakers?" He said, "Yup," and then we should have a conversation.
So
That's
Louis says hello from Patterson, New
New
Jersey.
Jersey.
New Jersey. You're from
Patterson.
Patterson, Jersey.
I know a lot of Italians live in Patterson. So it's a cool place until the winter sets in.
No lie.
It's time to see you later.
I don't know, man. Like right now, everybody's going crazy.
Thumbs up, you guys.
All over the place.
Thumbs up.
And remember, if you hit that little right by the comments, that little monetary symbol, that little dollar sign, you can go ahead and donate to the cause. Take a pause, hit it for the cause.
Buy me a coffee or happy hour.
He said, "Oh, Randall said a lot of Dominicans live in Patterson as well." Okay.
Wow, that's true. That is true.
There you go.
We got some Dominican homies that's actually living in New Jersey, Newark. I think they're in Newark.
No, she's not in Newark, but she's
Jersey City.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, they live in Jersey. So I mean, I couldn't deal with the winter no more. I couldn't deal with that snow and ice, and that Indiana stuff is even worse than Jersey. So I ain't.
So Robert says, just tuned in. Am I hearing it correctly? You're moving to Portugal. Robert, you're like, homeboy, you like 3 months late.
You late, homeboy.
That's
you
like,
late. You on a late bus.
We announced that 3 months ago, but yeah, we're moving to Portugal.
But
can't wait.
But on top of that, we're still doing consultations for the Dominican Republic.
Oh yeah.
Never forget that. We're always gonna keep doing that on this channel.
Yes.
Okay. And then we're going to transition and do it for Portugal. So anybody out there that's following the channel that's interested, we can help you get through the process without all that frustration.
Yes. And Javier asked, do you guys have the apartment in Portugal locked up all this time waiting for y'all? Yep, we sure do.
Sure do.
And it's actually going to blow you guys' minds because I'm sitting here paying, but yet saving money. That's all I have to say about that. But but yes, we've had an apartment out there, gorgeous. But anyway,
loving it.
When we get to the number I want us to get to, and then I will, you know how I like to do the apartment reveals. I will do an apartment reveal, but not till then. So yeah, we'll wait.
I mean, it's just a lot of stuff, Tina, that we.
So you gotta hit subscribe.
We can't
make me show it when we get
right.
there.
Yeah, definitely hit that subscribe. But there's a lot of stuff that I'm glad everything happens for a reason. Mm-hmm. And we came back, COVID hit, but we had to make sure we both got our Pfizer shots, so we're good. And then some other things we had to do. We had to sit down and talk to our investor. I mean, everything has just really been falling in place.
Yeah.
And it's like everything is about season, about time. And I'm just really happy about the whole process because now as we move forward, we got more duckies in order. Better now than we had when we first moved to the Dominican Republic.
Yes.
So sometimes you got to come back and handle your business. Like Theodore and some other people came back. All right, God bless you, baby.
Bless me. Woo.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Paula said, please remember me. I'm going to be a member and call you for private consultations. Always. Because just give us enough time to schedule them because they've been coming in for both places, honestly, because everyone's just looking for something different. I mean, the U.S. showed a lot of flaws, not that they didn't already, but COVID revealed a lot of flaws, a lot of mistruths, and people are ready. People are ready to get that next stage of life going, and we're here to help you guys.
Because I tell you what, the prices that I see people paying for apartments here, you won't pay that in the Dominican Republic. Listen. Now, if you want to go up to the top floor, it's something different. Yeah. But for the most part, you ain't gonna be paying them kind of price.
Robert, you got to make sure that you hit notifications, and then we will pop up on your stream all the time because we have weekly videos, and we have pop-ups, and we have lives, and we have a lot of stuff that you're probably missing. So just make sure you subscribe, number one, and number two, you hit notifications. That bell, hit that, bang that bell, and then you will get notified so that you can keep up and join the journey with us.
Right.
Because you never know what you want to do.
There you go.
So with that, I will wrap this up. I love you all. We miss you all. We're sorry. Luisa and all the others that we didn't get to meet in the DR. But hey, who knows when we'll be back out there. If you're in Vegas, hit me up on that buymeacoffee.com/CaribbeanE or buymeacoffee.com/PortugalE if you're interested in Portugal. And we can, set up a time to talk, set up a time to meet. It's always available, never too late. And we love you guys and thank you so much. Our A1 day ones. Thank you, Dennis. You guys take care. Stay safe. Mask up even though you got the shot, because I don't want to hear anything, sad that happened to any of our viewers. You guys take care and take care of each other.
So till the meantime, peace.